President Trump downplayed it, but that was a tough week at the White House. National Security Adviser Michael Flynn resigned over revelations about Russia. The president's second pick said no thanks. So for a realistic assessment, we called Matt Makoviak, a Republican who runs the Potomac Strategy Group in Washington and in Austin. Matt, it's good to see you, man.
Good to be here.
A resignation in a month into any president's term is a big deal here. How much worse is this situation going to get?
It's a good question. I think in this case, General Flynn was really not the right choice for National Security Advisor from the beginning. You have to understand what that role is. Number one, you have to have the trust of the president. Number two, you have to manage the National Security Council. And number three, you have to be able to brief the president and balance the equities that defense, state, CIA, DNI, all these different agencies have. You're balancing all their positions when you present that to the president. Look, in this case, the unpardonable sin was lying to the vice president and then having the vice president repeat your lie on television. We'll see what happens with in terms of the Logan Act and in terms of his questioning to the FBI. It looks like he might have lied to the FBI, which could be his own legal problem. I'm glad he's out of there. I think this is a real opportunity for them to upgrade that position to National Security Advisor. But get someone in there who can manage the National Security Council. It's really important.
The second pick said no thanks.
Yeah.
Why is that?
Yeah, we're hearing a couple reasons. We're hearing maybe family. Number one, his wife maybe didn't want him to do it, but we're also hearing, listen, this is a serious person that wanted to bring in his own team. He wanted to bring in his own deputy, and it looks like right now that's not what the White House wants. They want someone who'll just come in and do the job with the team that's already there. So if they want to attract a first-class person like General Petraeus, some of these other people that have been finalists, that person's going to need to be able to come in and bring their own team. Someone at that level that's that serious and credible is going to want to bring in their own team.
Should Congress hold hearings into Michael Flynn, into Trump's relationship with Russia?
Well, the FBI is already investigating, number one, and the Senate Intel and House Intel committees, which are, I think, the least partisan committees in Congress, are already investigating these questions about Russia as it relates to the election. So, I know Democrats want, every committee to investigate this. At the end of the day, bringing it back, letting the FBI do a totally independent investigation, and letting the House and Senate intelligence committees, which have the security clearances that you need to look into these matters, makes a lot of sense.
Let's shift off to state politics here. The bathroom bill has not made it to the floor of the Senate yet. What's going on? Is Lieutenant Governor having trouble compiling votes?
Well, he's moved some other things first, right? He moved the ethics bill through that State Senator Van Taylor authored. That's gone over to the House. Sanctuary cities. There have been a number of other things that they focused on. I do expect the bathroom bill will get out of the Senate. Obviously, there's a very narrow margin there. I think they can only lose maybe one Texas Republican senator, not two. So I do think it's going to get through. Obviously, you're seeing some opponents, threaten and talk about the economic impact. The NFL put something out this week. Right. The stadiums are exempt from this. This is a very narrow bill, much more narrow than the North Carolina law.
Last question for you, too. Sanctuary cities, what's going to happen in the House? It was a strong version that passed the Senate. Will the House water it down?
It may a little bit. I think it'll be a little bit different. They'll go to a conference committee and it'll be up or down votes. Sanctuary cities is going to happen. It's a huge priority of the governor. I think the governor would call a special session if it didn't happen. It's going to happen.
Wow. Matt Makoviak, good to see you again.
Thank you.
Thanks.